I see most people coming online now, so let's get started. Today we have the Block 1 and Block 2 program meeting increments, or program increment meetings. Block 1, this block is really specific to showing what the teams have been doing, really. And this is a session where we're inviting some of our stakeholders. We have offshore team members, we have onshore team members, and really this is an opportunity to kind of take a look left and right and understand what different areas are working on and if that may apply to you and your own team. Okay, so just the high-level purpose for this meeting overall is we want to make work visible, like I said, left, look right, and make sure that we're aligned to higher-level goals and what our stakeholders want. And really a key goal for John Hancock is to be in a scaled, agile enterprise format, running in that format for our projects by the end of 2018. And so this is one component of a larger company effort to get everybody communicating and working in the same way using agile practices. If you're not familiar, you can look at the SAFE framework. It's available online. That gives you some of the lower level detail on how this framework works and the different roles within this framework. And really, we're trying to be proactive in integrating this practice, and that's why we held the first program increment meeting right after we learned about the company moving to the Scaled Agile framework. Is really to make sure that this fits with our practices. We have a highly distributed team. There's certain things about the framework that's best left in our hands, and we want to figure that out before anybody else, essentially. Okay, so our own goals for this meeting is to get an improved visibility from everybody's perspective on what we're doing currently and what's coming up, what's coming down the pipeline, better understanding of different tools used across projects, increased awareness of domain knowledge across the teams, and just instill a higher sense of camaraderie with other finance IT members. We don't do this too often. We work on our own, and so this is a way of just kind of bringing a lot of the things we do to light and allows for a greater level of participation across the whole community that we've started building. And really, we have over 90 members right now within finance IT, and so that's pretty impressive in of itself. But we certainly don't want you to feel lost within the finance IT organization. So this agenda. Overall, day 1, day 2, it's fairly similar with some tweaks to the first program increment meeting. And so we're starting off with these introductory comments. We'll get into team demos very soon here, have a couple of closing comments on next steps, and then we're going to meet and have an onshore meeting. And day 2, some of that content, I haven't pushed that out yet because some of the content is going to come from the onshore meeting here on day 1, but we're really going to let you know once we get everybody on the same page onshore what our vision is for the upcoming year through the next program increment meeting. Some of our objectives, I know we had takeaways last time with objectives that we want to do for innovation enablement and our practice, and just team-oriented sessions allow you to really explore and dig more deeply into things that you want to work on and things that we can certainly align our roadmap to meet. So some bottom-up communication, right? All the way to Pete. And then the second session on day 2 is really just a wrap-up. How did everything go? And I look forward to that. Okay, so just to provide, looks like we're right on time here, so to provide detail on the upcoming demos, it should be part of the meeting invite already, but Rajesh is going to start with using Visual Studio project templates, which should be useful across all of the teams, and likewise, utilizing MS SSIS for ETL. Nisha will be presenting that, and that's very applicable across the teams. Then we'll get into SharePoint Online and Office 365 with Seth Woods. Then the GLTC validation tool and dividend verification tool presented by Bala's team. And finally, Anand's team is going to be presenting what they do with reserves within the work for legacy applications. And so that being said, Jesh, you are first up. If you could start presenting, start sharing.
Thanks, Brad.